Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I am Aaron.
And I am Vince.
This is the universe's only improv comedy Dragon Ball watch-along podcast. We are going through every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball, and we're doing goofs and gaffs along the way for the entertainment of your ears, and your ears alone. Cover that nose.
You better not be putting those earbuds in your nostrils.
Don't touch them either.
Everybody just keep your fingers away from your nose, please, while listening to this podcast.
That is good advice in general. You're right.
Yeah. God, I don't want to be caught digging.
But, speaking of keeping things clean, we have to do a little something called Kame housekeeping. That's what we do to get you, the audience, ready for the episode ahead. And the first part of Kame housekeeping is the world famous, UN sanctioned, Olympic certified.
That's right.
1 minute roundup, dripping water sound.
We are currently 120 feet below the Earth's surface. If you all turn to your left, you'll see a underground river that has existed for over 3,000 years, believed to feed directly into the aquifer that gives the water to the town.
No one look at me. I'm not doing anything in this cave corner. Zip. I said, no one look.
I'm sorry. As the tour guide, I have to look. These caves are very delicate. As much as you may see slate and stone, remember that this is a historical site. We encourage everybody to keep their hands and bodily fluids to themselves.
Well, it's to myself because you're looking at me, so I can't go and do the thing again that I'm not doing.
Okay. What I heard was that you can't go, so I'm gonna keep talking about the features of the cave. And here's a fun mnemonic device. These pillars of stone coming from the ceilings, they're called stalagmites because they hold tight to the ceiling. And the ones that are on the bottom are called stalagmites because you might trip over them. So,
could you tell this elderly couple to not look at me, please?
Sir, this is a free country, and
and see. I love that justification. If you're a tour guide and someone's doing something, just let them know that.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, look, there are people out there doing the Lord's work. These tour guides, especially here in the Big Apple, they are trying to sell everybody a bus tour.
It's a free country.
It's a free country. They're allowed.
And we are allowed to move on to the 1 minute roundup proper because that, folks, is a little improv scene we do to loosen or tighten our muscles of the improv variety. And we can now 1 minute roundup proper, which is where one of us, this time Vince, has to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball thus far. This is the entirety of the old school Dragon Ball. This is 170 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. I don't even want to... I can't do the math on the fly of how many episodes per second he's got to cover.
The number's too big. It'll make a math professor blush.
I know. There's no time to call NASA to figure this out. We just got to keep going. But we do this so maybe you're new to the podcast. Maybe you haven't listened in a while. Maybe you're new to Dragon Ball. I don't know your life. I'd like to. I'm open. But this is so in case any of those things are the case. What a fucking episode this is going to be. In case any of those things are going to be the case. Vince is letting you know what has happened in Dragon Ball, so you're all caught up. You're ready to go. You don't have to go back and listen to our old episodes. And he will start when I ask a very important question, which is, Vince, are you ready to round up?
Aaron, yes, I am. And here I go. So Dragon Ball is about collecting 7 mystical orbs. You collect them all, you get to wish for anything you want. The story follows Goku, a little monkey boy, who keeps those Dragon Balls out of the hands of evil. One special Dragon Ball represents his grandfather, but he also makes a bunch of friends along the way. Genius and some other people, some other great fighters. Then we learn that Goku's from outer space, and these guys come from outer space. They're Saiyans. Goku as a kid, then he's got to fight the Saiyans. He fights his brother, dies, comes back to life, and then fights 2 other Saiyans, and then they have to go to Namek, where the Dragon Balls are from. That's another plane in the universe with a bunch of green men on it, and then they fight the baddest dude in the universe, Lord Frieza, and his minions, and then they come back to Earth. Goku's become the legendary Super Saiyan. There are androids coming. He gets told that by a boy from the future. They've been training. They fight. Goku has a heart condition. They fight the androids. Then the androids get absorbed by another android who becomes a perfect or being, and now there's a tournament that's happening in 9 days, and everybody's chilling, and nobody knows why, especially Krillin.
Ooh, very nice.
See what I did there? Put a little rhyme at the end. So now it's a poem.
Of course. These are poems, and they should be collected in some sort of book.
That would be something if we if we novelized our podcast.
just the roundups.
Yeah, just the round and round the Dragon Balls go. The novelization of Kame House Party's roundups.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
look, I think you know someone in publishing.
Do I?
This might be a thing. It's not a bad idea. Let us know. Would you buy a book of roundups? And when do we have to release? I mean, the money thing is that we do multiple volumes.
Exactly.
Baby.
Exactly.
It's a Time Life book collection. But we'll discuss business later because we have to get on to the next part of Kame Housekeeping, which is where I let you all know Vince and I watched 2 different versions of the episode. I watched the Japanese language English subtitled version, and Vince watches the English dub version. And we do this because it is fun to compare and contrast the differences that happen in the episode. Sometimes they're very big, sometimes they're itty bitty, sometimes they're just a few words in the title, which they usually are. So to get to the first difference, the title, like I said, Vince, can you give us your title for this episode?
Yeah, of course. I'll give you the title of this week's episode. Episode 171 of Dragon Ball Z. Memories of Gohan.
Mm-hmm. Simple, nice, sweet.
Yeah. Pretty evocative of what we're gonna get into in this episode, I'd say. But you've got a title.
I do have a title, and it's a little extra.
Oh, I love it. Should we
So
play the extra theme song? Extra, extra.
Yeah, Mario Lopez is gonna tell you about this one. In this title for episode 171 from the original Japanese, roughly translated, is Hidden Power When Gohan Was a Baby.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't understand why that ended up being the title, but I like it a little bit. I do think I win in terms of the title war. This
I think
episode.
You did.
Memories of Gohan is succinct. It fits, and we'll get into all of that right now. Right? Do you want to just do it?
Let's do the damn thing because we start with people having a lovely lunch. A Krillin, a Goku, a Gohan, a Chi-Chi. And I don't know how they started it off in yours, but in mine, Krillin's just telling a story about how Yamcha fucking sucks.
Yamcha?
Krillin is talking about Yamcha.
Yes, please.
And we just catch the end of the story, and it's essentially he's just saying Yamcha's. It seemed like Yamcha was apologizing to some people that were stronger than him, like he had gotten into some sort of trouble.
Interesting. The context for mine is Krillin recapping the fight with Vegeta, and it's Yajirobe, and he does like a little impression. He's like, the story picks up. He's like, yeah, and so Yajirobe cut off Vegeta's tail, and Vegeta was real mad, and Yajirobe said, and then Krillin does a Yajirobe impression and goes, please, sir, I really admire you, and I'd like to join you if it's not too late. To which everybody laughs because Yajirobe's a coward.
Was it? I want to say it was Yamcha. It could have been Yajirobe.
I mean, they both deserve to be clowned on throughout the series.
It could. They're now I'm curious if I lost my mind. I'm sticking with Yamcha.
Stick with it.
I'm sticking with it. And we find out that Gohan, too strong for juice, breaks a glass in his hand. Goku says, you got to learn how to control this power like this. Whoops. Also breaks a glass. They're so strong that essentially they destroy the kitchen table and Chi-Chi is mad.
Yep. Chi-Chi has had enough. She's dressing them down, these Super Saiyans. She's giving them what for. Gohan's like, hey, I've got an idea. What if we use paper cups and plates? And this is where I got a little weird, and like maybe there's some cultural things that I wasn't aware of.
Go on.
Chi-Chi responds, and this is a direct quote. Yeah? Well, think again, kid. Gosh, what a funny sense of humor. Paper cups and paper plates. You must get that from your mommy. So I'm really lost.
What
I'm
stroke
lost by
is
that
she
response.
having?
What is the joke?
Okay, what
is the joke?
Gohan does not mention paper plates or paper cups at all. First of all.
Good gosh.
It's okay. Do we get to a birthday at some point? Okay.
At some point, she goes on to say, you're lucky it's your birthday. So your punishment is all you have to do is clean up. You have to help me clean up. And then she goes, as for you, Goku, hit the road. Don't call us. We'll call you.
What the fuck? Hit the road. Just no other instructions.
No other hit the road. Don't call us. We'll call you.
It's your son's birthday. Fuck off.
I don't know. Catch a fish or something. She says these words.
Don't call us. We'll call you. This is.
Chi-Chi's lost her mind.
What is happening? Divorce.
She's hallucinating. She's absolutely lost it.
English dub Chi-Chi does just like, you just got to do a trial separation. I don't know, man. Something's there's some stuff going on. Like there's some baseline things that you two aren't on the same page with, and that's
something. There's some oil and water. I don't know what's going on.
Mine's much nicer. So first she's like, so rule 1, no being Super Saiyan at the dinner table. Cause it's too much. Then she's like, we're going to have a birthday party for Gohan. Gohan's like, it's not my birthday. And she's like, well, in the time chamber, you turned 11. So biologically, Gohan is 11. We did it. We got that number.
Whoa, that's so much context. I just thought, it's Gohan's birthday, and that's so good. Why couldn't I get that context?
I know. I'm just like, also, he's 11. It's like, oh no, he's 11.
Yeah. Oh God, we've been doing this too long. Gohan turned 11.
He was 5 when we first met him.
Mm-hmm.
Has it been? Wait, does that fucking add up?
No, I don't think any of it adds up. I don't.
You know
we
what?
can't do that research.
We can't. No. So she sends Goku off to catch a fish. That like specifically like go catches a big fish for dinner because we're gonna have a party. Then she's like, Gohan, you stay here because you have to study, even though it's his birthday. And this is everyone freaks out. So I'm curious why why yours they freak out. In mine, it's Goku agreeing and saying like, yeah, you need to study with like Chi Chi said.
Yep. Goku puts his hand on his son's shoulder. I think your mom's right, Gohan. You better off studying the rest of the afternoon. And it got to the point where Chi-Chi, like after Goku and Krillin leave to go catch a fish, Chi-Chi's like washing dishes being like, I think this cell thing is getting to Goku. He doesn't seem all like she's questioning his mental state. I'm like, oh my God. Goku being a normal guy really hurts really psychically damages everyone he's around.
Because she's like, oh, I haven't heard him say anything like a father would say in so long.
It's ice cold, Chi-Chi. Ice cold.
He's not. They have issues.
Yeah.
I don't think we can skip the fact that the house did also flip the fuck out.
Yo, everybody fell out, and the house did a somersault.
Imagine being so surprised you do a backflip. These are the stakes of this episode.
Man, I hope in my future something freaks me out so much that I literally tumble with excitement or confusion.
Because I do know people who are like, will hit or they'll Elaine Bennis you. They'll hit or push you if they're like surprised or excited about something. And that's already like, careful.
I think I'm from a certain generation of people that when something crazy happens, especially on the basketball court, you do the high knees, run around. Oh! that was.
I know this.
That's one of my favorite things to do when I'm excited is to just jump and run away. I'm so hype. I have to run away from the situation.
I think mine is a I'll yell out, what? And then like I'll do a little turn. Is really it. Like I just have to like take a few steps, come back to it. I think that's the extent of my. I'd love to have something where I fall down out of surprise. Like you're gonna be a father.
Or you are not the father.
Yeah. You know what? Even better. No, that's me. That's me high-fiving the audience, baby.
High five. Well, there is that. Oh my gosh. There's a compilation of dudes doing backflips that everybody should watch. But you should tell us, listeners, tell us how excited you get and how you act. Email us.
Are you like this house? Before we go on to the next scene, I do want to mention that during Chi-Chi talking to herself, she says like, basically she's surprised about Goku's actions, and then she says, quote, I hope it doesn't snow red next.
I hope so too.
And I don't know, I have never heard this saying of like, because I've heard like, oh, and then, pigs fly, an impossible thing.
Right.
I've not heard the red snow. I don't know if that's a cultural thing or not.
I've never heard of red snow.
We got white.
Yellow. You got your white snow. You got gray snow, which is ash from a volcano. You've got dirty snow or yellow snow because somebody done peed on it. But here's a fun fact that I learned in doing research on the cosmos at some point.
All right.
That on Pluto, it snows red. On that icy planet, there is a little bit of atmosphere, and it does snow red on the planet Pluto.
What?
Yep.
Maybe that's what she's talking about.
Maybe that's what Chi-Chi's doing. Chi-Chi's listening to what's his face?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
famous for the meme. Meow.
I love his takes on movies. I love how he hates fun.
Yeah, we had a real love. We loved Neil deGrasse Tyson for a hot minute. I was on that bandwagon. I listened to his podcast, and then he started talking about stuff that wasn't science, and I was like, well, I don't know why, Mr. deGrasse Tyson, that you need to do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't need your movie reviews.
Yeah.
Just
Interstellar was fine.
Yeah. Stick to your review of the stars. Brad Pitt. Angelina Jolie.
That's exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Did Angelina Jolie retire from acting?
I don't know. She hasn't been in anything in a long time.
Yeah, she hasn't been in anything. I'm itching for Assault 2.
She needs a. They don't. No, she was in the Eternals, I think.
Oh, that's right.
So much like everyone in that cast, they hid in shame. Kame got deflated.
Is he finally a normal size?
No, I think he's still buff.
Yeah. It's probably hard to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Like Zac Efron.
Look, speaking of buff, we got Goku in the buff, kind of almost, but also a buff boy. As he's just chasing down a fish above the water because they didn't want to animate that.
An absolute menace.
Terrorizing the wildlife.
Exactly. He catches the fish. He also plays a little prank on Krillin where he pops the fish up and it's like, I ate your friend. You're next. Krillin falls out. Good. Krillin's terrified.
He's surprised. Yeah. It's a lot of people just falling down this episode.
And like, we've been asking this question in the last couple of episodes, along with most of the cast, trying to figure out what's going on in Goku's head. Krillin's comment is like, wow, Goku, you're so relaxed and everything. You must be super confident that we can beat Cell. And to that, Goku gets serious. And they don't linger on it, but he gets serious and is like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we have what it takes. And in quote, I have no idea. But then we get the rationale for why he's doing things the way that he's doing is that he doesn't want Gohan and Chi-Chi to be afraid. He wants everybody to be together because that's what matters the most. So like we get the paternal core of Goku resonating right now. It's emanating out of him. And yeah. This seems to be a pivotal moment in his fatherhood journey that people seem to forget.
It's pretty similar to mine. It's so nice seeing Goku like now that someone else toughened him up, he's ready to be in his son's life. One caveat I will add is that Krillin kind of starts out the conversation with like, oh, I'm sad Gohan isn't here. Why'd you say that he had to go study? And that leads us into the conversation. I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about my friend being like, hey, I like hanging out with you, but like, when's your son getting here? He's cool.
I'd be like, dude, he's 11.
I know. He's so smart. He knows so much about bugs. You don't think knowing a lot about bugs is cool?
Kids do know a lot about bugs, and it is cool. It is cool to know a lot about bugs. We got aphids on my wife's tomato plant. I was like, you know what takes care of aphids? Ladybugs.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows ladybugs are absolute monsters.
Go on.
They kill without a second thought.
Look, in the movie Bugs, I know you're anti A Bug's Life.
That's right. I'm an ants man.
Ants gang. I know there's a ladybug in there. That's it. They defend ants. I know that much. They were in a circus.
The thing is, everybody gets down with a ladybug.
Mhm.
All creatures are like, yo, ladybugs are cool. I probably shouldn't eat that because it's all colorful, but they're cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no one's mad at a ladybug landing on them.
Exactly.
A lanternfly?
Thank you. I'm going out of my way to stomp on lanternflies.
No, don't, Vince. No, it's fine.
They need to be dead.
They're fine. Nature's taking care of it.
Who's taking care of it?
They're praying mantises. I think eat them now. There's like
Okay.
It's a big issue here it's a air quotes big issue here in Western Pennsylvania. This last year they were all over the fucking place. This year, not so much. Part of it is just like that's kind of the nature of invasive species. There's a big influx, and then like things calm down, because things in the environment are figuring out like, hey, these guys taste pretty good.
Okay.
So you don't need to stop them. Look, you can do.
Is that what's happening in New York? New Yorkers are just eating them.
It's a free country. Yeah, that's they're coming out to Pennsylvania to dine on lanternfly. I think they're stupid. I like them because they're stupid.
They're big and dumb.
They're dumb as hell and they look goofy. And when you feel them jump off you, it is wild. Like they got strong little legs.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know you were so up on the lanternflies.
When you work with someone who is whose whole thing is ecology and conservation,
then that's how you figure it out.
Look, you get a half-hour lunchtime rant about lanternflies and how like several universities have been like, hey, it's fine, it's not a big deal. They actually don't do that much damage to forestry.
There we go. And I guess the only bug we got to worry about is Cell. But we got to cut back to the Son Goku residence as the boys are fishing and chatting. Chi-Chi is rummaging through some cabinets. She finds the old Sun Family album.
Mm-hmm.
Flips through until she gets to an image of baby Gohan. And then we get a flashback to them naming Gohan, and I think we're hitting a rich vein of content right now. Because Ox King is there, and he's like, "You guys got to name the kid." And Chi-Chi's like, "Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna call him Einstein."
Mm-hmm. Yep, 1 for 1.
Einstein translated. Because she wants him to be a scholar, so you give him the name of the greatest scholar in history, Einstein.
A patent clerk. That loser.
Guy with the bad hair.
Who took a disrespectful picture that hangs in college dorms.
Yeah, the guy next to Tony Montana.
Look, Einstein's sticking his tongue out because he saw that poster of 2 girls kissing.
That's right. He saw the 2009 swimsuit issue.
He saw all of Pink Floyd's album covers painted on butts.
Me equal empty butt. But we got to move on from that name because Gohan cries every time she says the name Einstein. So he clearly doesn't like it. He doesn't want to be called Einstein. So here we go. Ox King is like, oh, I got some ideas. Here are some names.
Real quick, did she not suggest, because the second choice was Archimedes. Which
I did not get Archimedes.
He also did not like Archimedes.
Oh, okay. Yes, she just said Einstein twice. And that's the beat that we got.
Again, some idiot who took a bath. Some dummy who couldn't figure out buoyancy.
Water displacement.
Like everyone knows.
Everyone gets it. Goddamn.
Okay, Ox King in his list.
Ox King pulls out a scroll's worth of names. I was like, who is he? Tenten and Naruto about to summon some weapons. All right, that's just for me, baby.
Other people liked it.
There's somebody out there who's like 10 reference. Nice. But here are all the Ox King names in my version. Oh, God, these are so stupid. Ox King Jr., Ox Monkey, Big Ox, Oxford, Ox in the Box, Oxman, Johnny Oxseed. Those are the names he came up with.
So this makes sense because that translates well because he is saying all the names he's suggesting begin with like Gyuma, with his name, his Japanese
name, yeah.
So this makes sense. Ox in a box. Wow.
I can't wait to have a child and name them Vince in a box.
Look, not Gohan, not anymore. Once they're born, they're which is the first name and which is the middle, or is it all?
I don't know. It sounded like they were all one. Like it was all everything that he was saying was first name. So Ox King Jr. is like his first name. Mm-hmm. Ox Monkey would be his first name. And that one I kind of get because he's got a tail and maybe the word for monkey in Japanese is it doesn't sound like monkey. It sounds like a proper name. Big Ox. I don't know where that one came from. This is a tiny baby. Oxford.
That's fucking best one, baby.
That's the best one.
Love that.
But Oxman and Johnny Oxseed. Boy, oh boy, Johnny Oxseed really got me. I rewound that bit a bunch to make sure I got all these names down.
That's so. Look, yeah, Oxford would work.
Mm-hmm. I'll highlight that. Put it in my baby name journal.
Yeah, run it up the ladder. See what leadership says.
Oh, we got to run this through the CEO.
Gohan does not like any of these names. So they're just sitting there thinking for a bit. And they both get mad at Goku because he's not coming up with any names. And then he's like, I'm hungry.
There we go.
One of those classic bits.
Mm-hmm. You're hungry while your son doesn't have a name? It's just like you, Goku.
So in mine, this is where it gets a little tricky with the language. So she starts listing off like, we just had breakfast, we're not even close to lunch. And what the English subtitles taught me is that breakfast is Asa Gohan and lunch is Hara Gohan.
Yep.
The term Gohan is in the back part of it. And Gohan and baby Gohan, the non-food one, he starts laughing. He's laughing at this. He loves this shit.
It's like, that's funny.
It's like, or what do they sound the same?
All these different words, but they sound the same. Interesting that's the context that you get for yours, because in my scene, Chi-Chi's yelling at Goku for being a knucklehead and being like, didn't Gohan teach you any manners? I know you grew up in the woods, but Gohan should have taught you something. And every time she yells Gohan, baby Gohan giggles. So like that one is kind of cool because I think they got to the same point with the same comedic beat a little bit.
It's one's a play on words, the other's more like
cute coincidence.
Goku does get to the same thing of just like, oh yeah, my grandpa, that was his name. Let's name him that. I think I do like yours better.
It's cleaner, but
from a translate, I think just because it's like a very translation specific, it's a very Japanese specific bit. I'm just I don't have the cultural or language knowledge to really get it.
Did it make you miss launch?
You mean lunch?
Yeah, lunch.
Yeah, lunch pops in. You talking about me?
How does Toriyama not remember?
Because you think he remembered? R.I.P. You think he remembers now? Launch is in heaven like, hey, motherfucker, remember me? This is character heaven where all the people you forgot about are here to greet you. Just me.
It's just her. I hope so.
Honestly, he'd probably love getting chased around by Launch.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P. the goat.
That's heaven to someone.
You know what's heaven to some? A commercial break.
Hey everybody, it's me, Ken. I use she and him pronouns, and I'm here to talk about clowns.
The anime/manga, Kengan Ashura.
I am ready to talk about some Animorphs.
Roma, have you ever heard of the art movement of Dadaism?
Interest in a musician group called X-Society?
It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
The brainworm that I would like to deliver to you today is Gundam and or Gunpla.
I became aware of a series of novels that people told me about called Discworld.
Hey Lewis, what are we talking about? Aragon.
Aragon! Welcome to the Hyperfixation, where we invite our friends onto our show to tell us about what they're excited about so we can acquire an approximate knowledge of many things. New episodes out every Wednesday morning and up to 5 days early for patrons. Normalize info dumping and learn something new with us today thanks to the Moonshot Network.
Breaking news from the Cell Games Arena. KBC tuning in with an interview with the titular Cell. Cell, people want to know where you came from and why you chose the Earth for the Cell Games. That's a direct quote from the very terrified, covered up reporter.
Yeah, I think the wardrobe, it's a news crew. They're going to interview Cell, and the reporter is dressed in armor, has one of those yellow construction helmets on.
Yep.
Has a fire extinguisher on his back for
Great
some reason.
touch.
This is my emergency jetpack.
A good reporter is always prepared.
Ever see The Rocketeer?
1984 LA Olympics.
That guy that people saw at the LAX like a few years back. There's, a barrage of questions. Cell's only response is, "You're annoying scum." He blows up the rock that the camera person and producer were hiding behind. And then he follows up with, "And you're in my way." And then kicks the newscaster into the dirt. We have to assume he lived per his promise.
Yep.
But it's
then I wrote down in my notes, we get the smoothest transition from scene to scene here, where like it uses the rock as the transition point and just slides on over to Krillin, Goku, and Gohan hanging out by an apple tree, and then Goku using his energy to shake apples loose from the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Krillin's like, I got him. Oh, I got him. But Gohan's too fast, catches all the apples before they hit the ground. And one apple falls into a hole in the tree, like a big cutout of the tree, which triggers a memory in Goku. A lot of memories getting triggered this episode.
I feel like Goku had a look that was like, I'm having one of those memory things. Better pay attention.
I feel like I know this feeling. It's a memory. Stand as still as possible so it doesn't run away.
I feel like he's not having a ton of those.
No. And then the memory we get is an interesting one. And it's Chi-Chi, Goku, and Gohan, baby Gohan, in a little carriage, and they are just walking through what they call a serene part of the forest. They're just like, I love this part of the forest. It's so beautiful. It looks terrifying when you first see it because they're just like, it's dark and there's like
They are in a
brambles
cave
and
or
stuff.
something, yeah.
I thought like, oh, this must be like a little bit of a joke, but no, they play it off as like, no, this is beautiful. They empty out into an area that has gorgeous flowers, and they're both enjoying it. They look up and they see a family of birds, a mama bird, a daddy bird, and a baby bird, just like their family. And as Goku's like, yeah, it is great. It's so nice out here. He takes his hand off the pram, and Gohan goes for a little ride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you for calling it a pram for our European friends.
Hey, look, I gotta be inclusive. If I say
buggy.
stroller, nobody's gonna. Everybody, no, half the audience isn't gonna know. Shout out to my UK family because that's where I got pram from. Put the baby in the pram.
It's a good word.
It's a great word.
A pram.
And this is the most action that we get all episode is this, and it's Goku and Chi-Chi chasing after baby Gohan. He flies over a ravine. Chi-Chi's freaking out. She's like, he's gonna die. Goku, help him do something. We come upon that same tree, and Goku has sped past Gohan and is like, I guess, prepared to catch him. Baby Gohan goes on a jump. The carriage breaks against the tree. And just before Gohan is about to hit the tree, he gets angry. He gets all serious, gets a little serious face on, and powers up just enough to fly clean through the tree and is caught by Goku, who's like, huh? What?
So yeah, this must have been the first instance of Gohan showing his powers. Hence the title, Hidden Power. Yeah, that's kind of, it was weird where I interpreted it when Goku was chasing after him. I was like, oh, I guess he went too fast and slid past the tree.
Yeah, I guess that's it. He had to double back.
But like,
Chi-Chi has like a little funny line of like, because she's holding Gohan and he's unfazed and undamaged. She's like, you just thought you were going on a roller coaster ride, huh? No thanks to your dad who let go of the carriage. Guess you won't do that again. And then Goku's like, yeah, I guess so. And she's like, I can't stay mad at you.
Oh,
like,
au contraire, mon frere. Because she certainly can. Because, yells at him for taking his hand off the pram. He needs the hand pram. And she's like, as they're walking away, she says, quote, let's get away from your awful father.
Look, I know every marriage is different, but come on now. 11 years of that. I mean, there's minus like 4 when he was dead or in space.
Yeah. Gohan did almost die.
Yeah.
You can't, of course, like, she's going to be mad about this. And he could have flown faster than that. He could have started to fly sooner to catch his child.
Yeah. But like, again, this is one of those moments where like when they come back from the flashback, Krillin's like, or Gohan goes, hello, Earth to Daddy. And Krillin's like, come on, Gohan. I don't even want to start thinking about what's going on in your dad's head. I'm like, good God, we're all seeing the same thing.
Look, I experienced this when we were training as a kid. He just zones out sometimes, and then he'll be back.
Just leave him here. He's got a reboot.
Yeah, he has to tap the little shield. because there's a game incoming.
But because of how the Cell games goes, I was like, is this like light foreshadowing? Is this a moment where Goku maybe figures out a strategy to defeat Cell? Maybe not. But we don't get to linger on it too much because we cut to the party. Chi-Chi really outdoes herself. That cake looks great. Everybody's like, whoa, you've got everybody's face on here, Chi-Chi. That's really cool. That's a cool cake.
I don't like it. I think
you don't like it.
So no one mentions the cake. First of all, that's an English dub invention. It's his birthday. It's not y'all's birthday.
I guess.
Get off that cake.
Yeah, let the boy have his own cake.
Let us have his own cake. You better give him the piece with his face on it, though.
Yeah, man. Face cake rule number 1. If your face is on the cake, you get a piece of your own face.
You got to eat your own face.
You got to eat an eyeball or a nose or something.
Ear it up.
Ear it up.
When growing up, first of all, I had to share my birthday with my sister because her birthday's like 3 days apart. So much. We both hated it. Second.
Only child, baby.
Second, we get these homemade cakes. And speaking of pieces, what a thing they would do is they would take money, cash money, put it in tinfoil, and bake it into the cake.
Ooh.
And there's a very specific part where I remember having a G.I. Joe themed birthday cake. There was a guy, they put a G.I. Joe I wanted on top of the cake. And they're like, all right, Aaron, you're going to get the secret tunnel piece. There was like a little entrance. And I'm just like, no, I don't want that part. I want the part with the guy on it. And my dad's like, no, you want this one. I'm like, no, I don't.
You idiot. There's a guy on this piece. There's no guy on the tunnel.
Well, I think it was my older brother who had to be like, Aaron, there's money in that piece. Take the tunnel one. I'm like, oh. And my parents getting mad at him for having to explain it, even though they should be mad at me for being dumb.
And an obstinate child.
Just not picking up on social cues. Nothing has changed.
That's a neat tradition. Makes me think of the king cake down in Louisiana.
Get the baby.
Get the baby.
That baby's gonna make a name for himself.
That baby gonna make a name for himself. Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna survive this, baby.
You just make sure people remember what happened here today. It's so fun.
It's out of everything that person we're quoting says.
Yeah.
That's not the funniest thing they say. There's way funnier stuff.
I'm sure there is, but from someone who hasn't seen the film, I've been enjoying the memes. People are doing a good job of memeing that. They're doing a great job. It's very, very demure, very cutesy, very mindful.
I hate those.
See what I did there? I referenced a meme, very demure, very mindful. Not like you other girls.
Oh, speaking of those other girls, Ox King is here. He's here to celebrate. He got his grandson, a bunch of presents. And they're like, all right, Gohan, blow out the candle. And I thought it's a double fake out. Because it's like, oh, what's going to happen? They really build it up. I'm like, I think they're trying to trick me. He's going to build up a lot, but blow them gently because he finally learned how to control things. That'd be a great little arc. No, he blows cake in everyone's face.
But they time it so the candles go all the way out and there is no big whoosh. And then 5 seconds later, the cake flies everywhere and the table breaks from his blowing out of the candle.
Look, that's what it's like to chew. What's the meme?
That's what it's like to To chew Take 5?
It's not called Take 5. It's something.
Isn't that what it was called?
Is it Take 5 gum?
Yeah, Take 5 gum. The coolest
I guess that's it.
Gum commercial campaign
Look,
in existence.
This is what it's like to chew.
This is what it's like to chew Take 5.
So it's at this point, everyone freaks out. The house has a sweat bead because the house knows what's coming. It's like, oh, she's gonna beat my ass again. But then Captain Ginyu's here.
Yeah! Yes! Captain Ginyu! Frog Ginyu is like outside tearing up.
He's growing up so fast.
What lovely cakes. Ribbit. Sorry, Caro.
Now back. How am I still alive? Did I come back to? Did he come? I forget.
He came back to Earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is he just hanging out there? I guess he's got no one else.
I felt so bad in my notes. I'm like, has he just been watching Goku and like watching over his house like the whole time? Is that what Ginyu's been doing this entire time?
Goku doesn't bathe, so there's always flies around him.
What lovely flies.
Sometimes
it's so nice that we get a little bit of, remember that Ginyu is still horribly trapped inside of a frog's body with the consciousness of whatever he is,
of a man.
Whatever Ginyu is.
It can't be all bad. I feel like at some point your consciousness and the frog brain are gonna mix to where it's like, you know what? I do love just sitting in water, man.
Yeah,
this
man.
rules.
I love a brackish spring.
Ooh, a lily pad? Don't mind if I do.
Hey, this water's easy for me to camouflage in, and the mud is soft. I'm in.
Breathing through a nose? Dumb. Breathing through skin? That's where it's at. And weird.
Man.
Well, it's also a Namekian frog.
A Namekian frog. Ask your ecology friend if that's an invasive species.
No, someone's trying to stomp him out.
Yeah, me.
Get him.
Treat him like cane toads.
What if poor like? He's just. I assume it's just him like. Probably being scared of Chi-Chi's reaction because everyone's like, "Oh no, there's going to be a big freak out." She worked very hard on this cake, and she's like, "Oh, what's the use? You're Goku's son after all." And then everyone laughs. Ha 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 ha.
Everyone laughs, and then we get Polaroids of the rest of the party. The announcer saying like, and on that evening, the laughter could be heard into the night at the Son Goku residence. The lights shining and the people enjoying each other's company one last time as Cell waits under a beautiful sky of which he is not seeing because his eyes are closed.
He's taking a Namekian nap.
That's right.
There's, the Polaroid thing was very nice and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And I did
more memories of Gohan.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they slurp noodles the same.
Yeah. Blink, blink.
Is it? Maybe Ginyu was crying because he's like, oh, what a love. Yeah, he missed that cake.
Yeah.
He's like,
I think Ginyu wanted to be invited inside.
I got him.
None of the other Z Fighters are there.
That's true. Krillin.
Except for
Krillin's there. Well, he's kick his ass out.
Yeah.
Has he been staying the night? What's going on?
It's been days. It's been a few days. Yeah, I think Krill's just hanging out. But I guess everybody else is a little busy, right? Bulma and the Briefs are working on improving Android 16. Piccolo's still in the time chamber, presumably. Or he should be getting out by now.
Yeah. It's been a day.
Vegeta hates birthdays.
Stupid.
Yajirobe's not coming down from that tower.
It's not red bean paste.
It's not exactly.
Call me when it's a 7-layer dip. Plus, I heard Krillin was talking shit about me.
I wonder what Yamcha's doing. Is Yamcha training?
He's. Remember in Armageddon where Steve Buscemi, before they went up to the asteroid, Steve Buscemi took out like giant loans from mobsters and just like went debauchery mode.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to do that, I feel like it's Yamcha.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yamcha's going to get into so much debt because he thinks he's going to die.
Starts betting on himself.
I'm going to hit a home run. No sweat.
Every at bat, home run city, baby. I'm going to break Babe Ruth's record.
That's right, Dragon Ball Babe Ruth.
Shohei Ohtani's got nothing on Yamcha.
Skeens in his dreams. Look, I gotta represent our boy.
Gotta represent
our little all-star. Yoshi's jerking up. Roshi, not Yoshi. Yoshi can't. He can't reach down there. Roshi's jerking off. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. He's wearing the hell out of those workout tapes.
Gotta get my sets in.
Or as we learned, they're all airing live. Or no, they can't. They probably shut down the studio.
So Roshi's in mourning right now.
My shows, my precious shows.
Oh, I didn't tape any of them. I thought they'd be here. This is what I get for trusting streaming.
Oolong, transform into the lady from the TV.
Do you want, few questions. One, do you want me to be the size? Do you want me to shrink down and get in front of the TV so I'm TV size?
Yes.
And then I go, what do I get out of this? Besides scarred emotionally.
You get to stay here rent free.
Like in your head?
That's right. You get a lifetime pass to Roshi's Spank Bank.
Look, I always wanted to be famous. Why not? Let's go. Bomb. Make it. I guess I'll touch my toes.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the thing. It's the workout part that you like?
Touch your toes. Touch them.
Yeesh. Let's get out of that one.
Yeah, end scene. Goodbye.
Chaozu. What do we got? Tien's waiting in line. Chaozu's still at Kame house. He had to witness that poor thing.
They're making poor Chaozu's cooking for those guys. Remember, Chaozu's the only one that does anything anymore.
If you're done jerking off, I have dinner ready. Again, maybe the bedroom would be the appropriate place for this.
Poor Chaozu.
He'd call it out.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It must be distracting.
My souffle's going to be ruined.
It's 9 a.m. and I made a quiche. This is gross.
I have to check every container of creme fraiche because who fucking knows, man? Get it together.
Oh, man. It's weird that the rest of the Dragon Ball world is treating this like the end of days. I keep forgetting about that. So presumably there are scenes that were happening at Lime's village all over the world and and all that kind of stuff. Mass migrations and
I imagine there are going to be some cell game parties.
oh man, those debaucherous cell game parties.
And then afterwards, everyone's going to be like, well, I guess back to work.
Like, I'll see you on Monday.
No one tell HR because they were here. They know exactly what went on. Honestly, caused a lot of it.
Yeah, I heard somebody say this is great team building.
We all had a good laugh. And everyone's spouse is cool with this, right? That's what we agreed.
Oh, we got to end this episode.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
What a nasty world. But what a lovely podcast I had with you, Vince. And
I too had a good time.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening. We're sorry, I guess, about that end part. Anyway, look, if you want to scold us, you can write to us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Maybe there's some some KHP research you want to throw our way.
Yeah.
Or anything else you want to talk to us about. We're on most social media. You can reach us there. We are part of the Moonshot Network. Again, a lovely group. I'm just going to keep doing it. A lovely group of podcasts. We love being part of the Moonshot Network. You can also follow them on Twitch, twitch.tv/moonshot. And then we're also on Twitch, twitch.tv/KameHouseParty. We are streaming on Wednesdays and playing a variety of games and having a variety of fun.
Phantom Fridays are back.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to be back playing Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and enjoying the just weirdness that is Kojima's last Metal Gear game for now. Who knows what that man is cooking up?
When does it become about making dresses?
I don't know. This is news to me right now. I'm just like checking in on a dog every now and then.
The Phantom
punching
Thread.
men on a.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Punching men on a oil derrick that I'm building.
That you're building?
And they say, "Thank you, boss." I beat them up.
This is bad management, Snake.
They love it.
Because you are Big Boss?
Yeah, you're Big Boss.
Okay. Who's also Snake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Technically punished Snake. Or Kiefer Snake.
Kiefer Snake?
Kiefer Snakerland.
Gas Snake. Yeah, so tune in to that. You can hear me over at Thank You Too Hard About Anime with co-host Noah Carden. We're talking about Evangelion this season. We have a Patreon. We don't talk about that often.
Oh, yeah, you can support us over there. And thank you, patrons.
We've had patrons of the show.
Party.
We've had patrons of the show for years at this point, and I don't think we don't thank them enough. Thank you. You're keeping the lights on. You're keeping this.
That's right.
It's becoming a zero cost business.
That's right.
So thank you for that.
Without corporate overlords, never mind. Keep going.
Look, we're also sponsored by Tokyo Treat. Go to team.tokyotreat.com/Kame. Get $5 off your first box with the promo code Kame. It's good snacks.
Oh, it's good snacks.
That's really it. Good snacks.
I had the cookies and cream waffle the other night and was in sweet, crunchy, chocolatey bliss. And you could be too.
They have like an edamame flavored snack, so they're little crisps that are green but shaped like edamame pods, and they have a little roasty flavor on them as well.
The snow cone gummies were delicious.
Oh, snow cone! Oh, I don't think I tapped into those yet.
Oh, you got to tap in. Tap in.
I'll tap in after. Look, we got to end this podcast so I can eat some gummies. Well,
that's right. And I'll end it the way we always do. Whether you are flipping your house or your... Sorry, I had to look this up.
What rhymes with
Oxman
mouse?
Johnny Ox eating around. You gotta
keep 5
Ox King
Gohan.
Ox King Gohan.
Yeah, Ox Gohan. There we go. Done.
Ox Gohan.
They were
Ooh.
almost there.
Let's go back. Aaron, get in the time machine.
Get in the chamber.
Get in the time chamber. We're going back.